Okay.
So I was just talking about the fact that making changes. In chapter 5, we spoke about the need to be strategic, in what we do, being 5 steps ahead and not just being lost in what you're doing right now, but you're looking at the big picture, not just looking at the small picture, and I spoke a lot, you do the small picture, I do the big picture, because you are the one that takes care of what happens every day on the farm, right? I don't involve myself on that. I look at from a strategic place, I look at the big picture. I look at what is going to happen for the whole year, for the month, for the first half, for the first quarter. I'm looking at to find out how we're going to make sure we make money, and you don't have to bother about that. You just need to make sure that everything we need to do today gets done. Everything we need to do for this week gets done, for instance. So it's just a difference in the way we look at things. I don't want to get involved with what you're supposed to be doing, because if I stay with you with the same thing you're doing, I'm going to lose what I'm supposed to be doing. So be making decisions that are only short term, which might be a disaster in the long term. Right? I stay looking at things in the long term. You're looking at the short term, and that helps us making sure that we have something going on today. Right? That's your task. My task is to make sure we have something going on tomorrow. Right? So you see, different responsibilities, but all are important. None is less important than the other. Everything makes the whole of what we have. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
Any question for me on that?
Uh,
Eh?
yeah, not really a question, but just a comment. I
All
think
right, go ahead.
having the two in mind helps to create a sort of balance. For me, I
Abs-
I think I need to work on seeing the bigger picture, like you said, seeing from your own point of view also. That will help me to understand better the decisions you make, or the direction you are pointing towards.
Yes, yes. I mean, I'm responsible for that, but if you need to understand it to be able to know how to do what you're doing. So that's my job. I also need to understand what you're doing in the short term, just to be sure that it's not against what we're doing in the long term. But you are responsible for the short term. You see, I don't argue with you much when it has to do with that. But I also tell you the way it affects it in the long term. That's where I come hard on you. You understand?
Yes, sir. I understand.
All right, great. Let's go into the next slide here. So some examples of making changes, right? And we'll talk about business here. Was also business is life. We look at it based on the business. We're also looking at it as it affects our individual lives. When we talk about making changes of a business, it could mean turning one part of the business into a product, a standalone product on its own, which we're trying to do with the Gary. We're trying to make the Gary stand on its own, to be a business on its own, to make money on its own. It's been a tough one as we go along trying to do that, because of the various challenges. We are new and we are in a place where it is a common commodity around us, and we're trying to see how we can make it economical, right? We know how to do it ourselves and through others. What we don't know how to do is to make money out of it so far. That is the challenge we have. We need to be able to make money out of it, right? It's something that we know how to do, or indirectly. It's something we know how to do either directly or indirectly. And it's I'm gonna all right, don't worry. My phone again, I can't pick it. You get what I say?
Yes, sir. I get it.
All right, it's something we know how to do right now, but something we're passionate about. But the third part is we need to be able to make money out of it. So that's what we're struggling with at this point in time, and we will need to get over, and we'll get over it. So that's what we're working on at this point in time. And so we'll talk more about that. We'll talk offline. The things we're trying to do, trying to get the markets working. And
Yes,
I have some things going on, but we'll talk more offline about that. But just trying to give an example of sometimes where you need to make changes. We've made changes. We've started by producing through other people. We've gone to the place where we've built our own place to produce. We're also now trying some other ways of doing it. So that we have a bit of a hold on. We know how to do it. The other thing is how to make it economical, right? Easy place for us is to sell at the village market, but that is the lowest price we can get for it. We need more money, more higher margin to be able to make sense of it. So we're looking at different other things, right? And the other thing to add to that is when you're making changes, you have to be open to experiment, right? If you already know the answer, it's easy. You just do what you already know. But when you don't know, you have to try different things until you get the one that works, right? So you have to try different things, right? One option we have is always to go to the village market. It's not the best place for us, but rather than keeping that Gary sitting down there for a long time, where it's possible that it might begin to lose value, it's best to sell there. That is our bottom line. But as we do that, we're looking for being able to get more better markets than the village market, and we're doing different things towards that. We have an opportunity here to send to whom I here. I have an opportunity in Port Harcourt. We have Abuja. We have somewhere here in Lagos. There's two places here in Lagos, but we'll try different things, till we get the answer. So once at the beginning, when you are not fully knocked into it, you have to be open to trying different things. Do you understand that?
yes, sir. Understand.
Yeah, so that's why I say some strange things. I know it doesn't go well with you. You're a bit but that's the reason why. I know I say things that are strange to you, but it's called experimenting. See, if I know the answer, I would not try those different things. Right? At this stage, we cannot be fixated on one thing. Right? That's why the 2 acres we spoke about, I wanted to do those different things there, not just do one, right? Because we don't have the answer for the other ones yet. I mean, we have what we think it might be the answer, but we don't have a factual answer. Do you understand? We have an opinion about them, but we don't have data-driven facts, and we need that.